This is Mayfield School. We have over 150 children, young people, parents and also volunteers who participate in women's and parenting groups. They participate in youth activities such as dancing. The school has given us 2 halls and 8 classrooms, and in return we offer performances for the assemblies, help with refugee issues. And also last year the school received an outstanding award for community cohesion.
Before joining Shpresa, my life was quite simple. It was just family commitment, more I was caught up in my family life, children, husband.
My life was a bit lonely. I was alone. I didn't have loads of Albanian friends, and my kids didn't have loads of Albanian friends either, so we used to all the time speak in English and not have other people like to talk to in Albania to keep our language alive.
Our partnership started because we became an extended school, and the head of the extended school worked together with me to invite a number of community groups in, because we wanted to know how we could partnership with community groups. Shpresa were the ones that took up the offer in the most active way. And what they actually did was they asked if they could have premises at some point over the weekend so that they could run a school and do some form of advocacy for the mums that were involved in their group. And they were interested in reaching out to the Albanian and Kosovan community here locally around Mayfield School. Many of those would actually have children in this school, although some would have children in other schools.
Right, I've interviewed a substantial number of people over the last 3 years, of women in particular, and the impact for them has been pretty remarkable, as some of them have actually talked about a life-changing impact, especially for the volunteers who were trained and involved directly in schools. But all of them have commented how much it has helped them to work with their children and support their children and have the confidence to go into schools and talk to the teacher directly, approach teachers if they had any concern, and feel that they could talk to the teachers in a meaningful way. It also, the Albanian classes have also had a big impact, and I've heard this from both mothers and from children, on family communication, because the children's Albanian has improved a great deal, so the children are more confident.
After I met Flutra, because I was kind of confident and comfortable around the kids, but I wanted to do something bigger, and I asked Flutra if I can start with doing just the voluntary work without no pain or anything, just to do it, to know myself, where do I stand this job. And with very good help from Flutra and Shpresa program, which I'm delighted they gave me this opportunity to know where I'm standing and how far can I go. So my confidence has grown since day one. I've been working with Shpresa program, and I'm going to take this experience, wonderful experience, myself.
Another issue for me, it was that I didn't know what course to choose, or because I had 2 children and it was a bit hard for me to go to courses or start working or anything. So when I joined Shpresa, they gave me some advice on what to do, what is best for me and my children and my family.
The main benefits to the school have been that the children are much happier because their culture has been affirmed, that they're proud to be Albanian, Kosovan, whatever. They're very proud of their culture, they're proud of their language. Also on top of that, we have people that have come into school and helped us with various days that we've had. One day which was talking all about multiculturalism. Another day where we were doing PSHE about refugees. We had an excellent presentation from 2 people from Shpresa, and it really got through to the children, because up till now these have been stories that have not been real, they've just been stories. And the 2 people who came in had both been refugees from Kosovo, and they talked about their journey here. And one in particular, the lady, talked about travelling in the back of a lorry with a tiny little baby. And the children were saying, but didn't the baby die? Because she talked about having no food or drink for several days. And she was able to say, well, no, the baby didn't die, but it was a miracle. It was amazing, but it was very, very hard. And that got through very, very clearly to the children.
Hello everyone, I've been coming to Shpresa for roughly 3 to 4 years, and I have taken part in many subjects and activities such as Albanian traditional dancing, singing, drama, Albanian classes, performances and many more.
There's a very strong sense of the value of the things they do at Shpresa. They mention, for example, safety, that they feel very safe and secure with the adults there. And their parents know that they're safe and secure. A number of them have commented, you know, my parents worry when I go out and play with my friends in the street, but they'll let me come here and meet with all my friends because they know it's safe.
Some of the benefits that you'd have would be that children from your school would suddenly become more confident, more able to do many things, happier in themselves because they can now communicate with their grandparents, which they couldn't before. But also the whole family structure is likely to be a lot safer, a lot firmer, because the difficulties that most community groups suffer when they first come to another country, they're being dealt with in the advocacy things that Shpresa offers in particular. So there were lots and lots of benefits just for the children and the parents of the group that came here. But there were also other benefits, as I explained, about using some of the members of Shpresa to actually help with the education in school. When we're talking about things like refugees, when we're talking about things like multiculturalism, they are in a very good position to do that. We also had another little benefit. We had a multicultural fair, and they provided the most gorgeous dancers that danced at the multicultural fair and were praised very much by the local mayor. She was very impressed with them.
But I remember when we were doing the course, NVQ3, and loads of other students, my friends, they had really difficulties finding a placement in English school, and then Shpresa was so helpful.
In terms of the effectiveness of the teaching, I think one of the things that could be holding Shpresa back at the higher level is the absence of a formal qualification being available in like a GCSE or the asset language qualification. This is not available for Albanian, and one of the big campaigns that the children have been running has been to obtain a GCSE, and this is very much an ongoing campaign which I am very keen myself to support. From my work in other complementary schools, I've been very much aware that when teenagers know that they can get a GCSE, I'm involved with the Bengali community, for example, with a Bengali school. If they can get a GCSE, they often get an A or an A star. They often take it early. It really gives them a focus for their more advanced study of the language, and it gives them a great deal of confidence. Shpresa has put across, I think, the very important starting point is consult your members, consult the people, the community you're represented. Find out, don't just copy the Shpresa model, find out exactly what is it that your community want, what kind of organisation, what are the needs. And I mean, I know from working in the sector that it varies enormously. I think complementary schools like Shpresa are uniquely placed to meet the needs of a community at the micro level. You know, it's not, oh, what does the Bengali community need? It's what do these people here need and want? And I think that comes across strongly in the support that Shpresa gives. First of all, find out what people want. Then it's very much a matter of learning a bit about the legal requirements of organising yourself, the issues of CRB checks, the issues of insurance, the issues of child protection.
The other thing that was quite important to Mayfield School was that the principles by which Shpresa works were very key to what we were happy about taking on board. The fact that they were very much into affirming other cultures, they were very much into promoting other languages. That really went along with the ethos of this school. And I think having very strong principles, having very clear guidelines about what it is you're offering is quite important if you're going to go to a school. You need to be very clear what you can offer and what the school can offer you.
I had a dream to be a teacher, and I'm nearly there. I finished my NVQ, so thank you to Shpresa for helping me a lot to do that. And I think they are the most trusted people, most friendly, and every word that you could say about them.